Grundan's jacket doesn't zip right anymore. For I'm on the Penobscot dock, the engine turns twice before it catches. Diesel and salt hit the back of the throat like a question nobody's asking. The Atlantic doesn't care what day it is. Water slaps the hull, old cedar, old argument. I pull my gloves on knowing they won't help. Nobody comes out here for the view. The lobster boat doesn't lie about what you're worth. Just the churn of the Cummins and the coal doing its job, and the fox in the water like it owns the place. I'm not waiting on anything that's coming from shore. The traps are set, the rest ain't my business. Somewhere past Matinicus, the swells start meaning it. The hydraulic hauler skips a beat and my chest does too. Rope burned through wet gloves on a line that doesn't negotiate. The radio crackles time of day in trouble again, so just drop the next buoy and watch it disappear. The water takes everything back here eventually. My father used to say the Atlantic don't owe you a living. I used to think that was warning. Now I think it's the only honest thing anybody ever told me about working. Nobody comes out here for the view. The lobster boat doesn't lie about what you're worth. Just the churn of the Cummins and the coal doing its job, and the fog still sitting on the water when I head back, not waiting on anything that's coming from shore. The traps are pulled and I'm already somewhere past the next one. The harbor lights are just a promise that I'm not keeping. The dock is waiting, but the tide is the only thing that's certain. I tie the lines with hands, don't feel the rope no more. Just another day traded for a bucket of salt and a heavy heart. The engine cuts of silence is the loudest thing I've heard. Tomorrow's just a ghost till the sun breaks the gray. It's a long way back to being who you were, before the salt got in your blood and the wind took your name. You can't wash the Atlantic off a man who's seen too much. The shore is just a place where the stories go to die. My old man's boots are sitting by the door. They're empty now, but they still carry the weight of the sea. I step into them like I'm stepping into a cage, but it's the only home I've ever known, for better or for worse. The gulls are screaming like they know a secret I don't, circling the wake of a life that's mostly water now. I pour a coffee that tastes like rust and wood smoke, and watch the town wake up like it's got somewhere to go. Nobody comes out here for the view. The lobster boat doesn't lie about what you're worth. Just the churn of the Cummins and the coal doing its job, and the fog still sitting on the water when I head back, not waiting on anything that's coming from shore. The traps are pulled and I'm already somewhere past the next one. The Atlantic don't owe you a living. The Atlantic don't owe you a thing. Just a coal bed and a long walk, and a song that the wind, and a song that the wind likes to sing. Left the pilot flying J outside of El Paso with a full tank and bad intentions. The antenna head looked like somebody had poured motor oil on the horizon, a white line down the middle. I stopped counting somewhere around mile marker 50. Asphalt breathes out here when it hits 104. Not heat waves, something older, something that's been waiting. The Silverado's A quit 3 exits back and I let it. The road melts at the edges where the real things used to be. West Texas doesn't lie, it just stops explaining itself. White line, wider line, and then another one. The shimmer out ahead keeps moving like it knows something. I'm not chasing water, I'm chasing the version of me that doesn't need any. A semi passes and the heat wall hits me sideways through the window. For 3 seconds, the road ahead. When lick attempt gauge checked my hands, pure mercury, no bottoms. Checked if I was still doing this. The Chihuahuan desert doesn't offer shade as an apology, just creosote and silence. With a town named the Water Tower, with a town name nobody remembers. The white line came back, it never actually left. I used to think a mirage was a mistake the desert makes. Now I think it's the desert being honest. Everything you see out here at mile 300 was only ever light bending around something too hot to touch. Melts at the edges where the real things used to be. West Texas doesn't lie, it just stops explaining itself. White line, wider line, and then another one. The shimmer out ahead keeps moving like it knows something. I'm not chasing water, I'm chasing the version of me that doesn't need any. The road melts at the edges where the real things used to be. Honor cow, say. The sun is sinking low and the shadows are stretching out like ghosts. The dashboard lights are glowing green against the coming dark. I've got 1,000 miles behind me and 1,000 more to go, and the engine's humming secrets that I'm finally starting to know. There's a beauty in the breaking, there's a comfort in the cold. When the desert wind starts howling and the stories all get told, I'm just a silhouette in motion, I'm a ghost behind the wheel, chasing down a feeling that's the only thing that's real. Let the night come on, let the stars begin to burn. Every mile is a lesson that I didn't have to learn. Just the rhythm of the tires and the static on the dial. I could drive into the blackness for another 100 miles. Melts at the edges where the real things used to be. West Texas doesn't lie, it just stops explaining itself. White line, wider line, and then the last one, the shimmer out ahead, finally stopped moving. I didn't catch it, I just drove through it and came out the other side still going.